Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Tampa. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
Wait, that.
Now Herbert to start the drive. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 40. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. The Bucs a 7-0 lead. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This goes out wide for Mixon. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fourth down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Another carry for Herbert on second down. And some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Bucs at 4-9 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Play action. Now it's Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A handoff for Herbert. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Brady going to go on 4th down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Miller, the man in motion. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he's got it. Touchdown! Mike Evans hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time now, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt and get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Burrow. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Gun. Cut.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
11 mighty.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
11 MT tape.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
12, 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 empty, hey. 11 empty, stop.
Now it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
12, 12, 12.
Burrow looking to pass. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Bengals 7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Here's a give to Herbert. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Herbert once more. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd and 12, Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. Miller, the man in motion. Brady now on first down. Look at Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Russell Gage, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs go up by 2 touchdowns. Succop for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. It's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
one, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're saying right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Brady now on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
11 Thomas.
Now Burrow on first down. This one hauled in by Sample.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Back to Mixon on first down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Akeem Hicks, he would not be denied there. He sticks him for the loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On one, ready?
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Flow.
Now Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Brady's throw here into the hands of Jones. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing on first down is Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Miller, the man in motion. Brady to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. The fourth touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. Got a little bounce in your step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Burrow will throw. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On first down, Brady. It's caught. It's Miller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Again, it's Brady. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Sam Hubbard in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Brady. Evans has it left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. The slot man in motion right. Here's Brady to throw. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. And he'll be out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
That confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Bernard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bengals' 2-yard line.
To throw is Brady. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just take a seat in the driver to get at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd and 10, Brady gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Brady again.
Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for 28 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the gun, it's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go. 11.
Here's Burrow. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about it.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans. 31 yards. And the Buccaneers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bengals drive about to get going. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Shaquille Barrett in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far, but you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
11 mighty.
But they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Burrow looking to pass. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Brady going to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. And the slot man goes in motion left. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And Paul, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Tampa Bay, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.